Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Wall, and Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved under Brother Kalab from the GMS. UK London Forecasters Camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So I've got an article here. It says UK Council seeks to ban public Christianity. Offenders face 2 years in prison. The proposed legal measures would prevent Christians from offering prayer, distributing gospel tracts or Bibles, and laying hands on individuals even with their permission. Now, this was published on the 4th of April 2025, so I think that was a few days ago. We see, well, the 8th of April, so that's 4 days ago. It says a local council in the United Kingdom has moved to prohibit public expressions of Christianity, including street preaching, distributing religious materials, and praying for individuals without explicit consent. Violators could face penalties as severe as 2 years in prison. Rushmore Borough Council in Hampshire applied for an injunction that would ban Christian preachers from spreading their message in the town centres of Farnborough and Aldershot. A proposed legal measure would prevent Christians from offering prayer, distributing gospel tracts or Bibles, and laying hands on individuals even with their permission. According to the Telegraph, the council justified the move by alleging that Christian preachers had been causing alarm and distress to passers-by. Authorities also cited complaints from the public regarding the use of portable PA systems and sermon content that reportedly made some individuals feel angry and upset. Critics have condemned the proposed injunction, arguing that it effectively criminalizes Christian evangelism. The potential penalties for violating the ban include imprisonment for up to 2 years. The council's legal action filed in February claims that Christian street preachers have been causing disruption and distress to both the public and local businesses over an extended period. Under the terms of the draft's injunction, Christians would be prohibited from praying for individuals without prior consent, handing out religious literature, and engaging in the laying on of hands, even if those involved agree. The move has sparked widespread concern among religious freedom advocates and critics, arguing that the council is effectively criminalizing Christian evangelism. A trained evangelist from the area told Christian Concern, "When I first read the injunction, I thought they must have made a mistake. I felt complete unbelief that it was saying you can't have religious discussions, you can't pray or sing, and people have to come to you. You can't go to them and share the gospel, which Christians have done freely in this country for centuries." He continued, "I thought that it must have been a mistake and that someone on the council who is very anti-Christian must have produced this, or it must be incompetence. But when we found out that the council has been working on this for 2 years, they put notices about the injunction across the area, and many people within the council must have approved this and used significant amounts of taxpayer money to do so." In a subsequent statement, the council said Rushmore Borough Council has started legal action to protect vulnerable people and local businesses in the town centres. An injunction is being sought because the council has received a high number of complaints relating to the aggressive behaviour and the use of loud amplification for preaching, which has caused nuisance and distress to people and businesses within Farnborough and Aldershot town centres. The council has attempted to engage with these people at the centre of these issues, seeking to reduce the impact of their behaviour without the need for formal action. The legal action is not intended to stop peaceful groups from all denominations from preaching or preventing freedom of speech. On Thursday, March the 5th, the council was granted an adjournment to proceedings to allow greater consultation with the community groups, religious groups, leaders, to aid understanding and seek their support. The case has garnered attention from legal experts and Christian advocacy groups who caution that the injunction could establish a troubling precedent for religious freedom in the UK. Christian Concern observed that the council's action have seemingly unified preachers and local churches who are determined to challenge the proposed measures as far as needed to safeguard their Christian liberties. Now, why am I bringing this out? I'm bringing this out because this is just the start. Ultimately, this is going to lead to the famine of the word, which is that Amos. Let me pull this precept up. Yeah, this is Amos 8 and 11. I thought it was it. Amos chapter 8 verse 11 says this: Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. There you go. So we're coming into that time now where, evidently the elect has almost been sealed. And once the elect is sealed, that's when the Most High is going to send a famine of the word being the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, the words which are contained within the Holy Bible, which is what we the prophets bring out week in, week out, to edify our people and to call out unto the elect of the nation of Israel. The elect are going to come from, all four corners of the earth, and they may even look like the, other nations, but if they're seed line by their forefathers, goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, and they too are Israelites, and they're going to be called, and, if they're chosen, they're going to form the elect, which is, the 144,000 men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. They're going to be called out from whatever nation they're in, or whatever religion they're following. They're going to be called out, and they're going to come back unto the truth. And that's not by us, that's by the will of the Lord, because it says the elect were chosen from the foundation of the world. They're already predestined. That's John 17. John 17 and verse 6, Yahushua said, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. There you go. But the point of the matter is that, this famine is coming, and it's going to affect more than just this town centre here in Rushmore Borough Council. It's going to be worldwide. There's going to be a worldwide famine of the word, and people are going to be seeking to hear the word of the Lord, and they're not going to be able to find it. That's why we say you got to get this thing while it's available. The YouTube is eventually going to be shut down. Eventually we're going to be off the streets, so you got to get this word while you still can, because the doors of mercy are gradually closing, and we're coming into the times of judgment, where the Most High is going to proceed to begin to judge the world which he made. visit the world which he made, which is in Second Ezra's ninth chapter. Close out on that. It's verse 2, 2 Ezra's 9 and verse 2. They shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Yeah, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For even as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. So we're coming into that time of the end, where we'll be entering into the famine of the word, and the persecution of Jacob's trouble. We should really lift up our head for these things, because it means that our redemption draweth nigh, and our salvation is nearer than we believed. So yeah, Lord willing, that has been edifying. A reminder, of the signs of the times that we are in. We are in the time of the end, and there isn't much more to go, in terms of prophecy. So that I want to give all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem, Chodash double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I will catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.